We'll start by chanting Om 3 times, followed by the invocation shlokas. Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunektu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. As we are doing Drg Drsya Viveka, one of you please go off mute and repeat the first shloka after me. Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik
Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik
Tadrishyam Druptu Manasam
Tadrishyam Dittumanasam
Drishyadhivrittaya Sakshi
Drishyadhivrittayah Sakshi
Drugeva Natu Drishyate.
Drikeva Natu Drishyate.
So in uh, Drishya Viveka, we have completed the Tvam-pada Vichara, meaning who are we? We are essential Sakshi, that's what we understood, right? And then, and the challenge is that we are Sakshi, however, we think that we are the Chidabhasa, which is the Ahankara, Ahankruti that is said. Usually we identify with either Ahankruti or Mana, Buddhi, Chitta or Indriyas or the physical body also. But all of these, even though they are inert, they appear to be sentient because the presence of the consciousness in them. Then after understanding that, what we did is that we slowly shifted the focus from verse number 13 onwards, that to the nature of Tatpada Vichara, meaning like how did this world has come about and what is this world? And in there, we studied that in verse number 13, we said that Shakti Dvayam hi Mayaya Vikshepa Vritti Rupakam. So that is, Maya has got two powers. One is Vikshepa, one is Avritti. Vikshepa Shaktir Lingati Brahmandantam Jagat Sruchet. So Vikshepa Shakti, the power of Vikshepa. Vikshepa we understood as the power to uh, uh, project, whereas Avarna is the power to veil. This power of projection is the cause for the creation of entire Brahmanda. Okay, so that means that from Ishvara to any micro like a microorganism or inert or sentient, everything and anything that we see is created by this power of projection alone. This is where we stopped in the last session. So today we are going to go to the next verse, which is obviously the 14th verse. So now, yeah, okay. So I'll break down the verse 14 first, and then we will chant. Okay. Srishtir Nama. So it has got two words in it, Srishti and Nama. So this Srishtir Nama, Brahma Rupe. Brahma and Rupe Sat Chit Ananda Vastuni. Sat Chit Ananda Vastuni. Four words together become Satchidananda Vastuni. Abdhau Phenadivat. Abdhau Phenadivat Sarva Nama Rupa Prasarana. Sarva Nama Rupa Prasarana. The four words are there. Okay. So let us chant this shloka. Srishtirnama Brahma Rupe.
Srishtiram Brahma Rupe
Satchidananda Vastuni.
Satchidananda Vastuni
Abdhau Phenadivat Sarva
Abdhofin Adivat Sarva
Nama Rupa Prasarana.
Nama Rupa Prasarana.
So this is one of the this shloka 14 and the actually like 14, 15 and then 14, 15 and also the 16. Actually, all of these shlokas are pretty much memorized and by-hearted and repeated by most of the teachers of Vedanta because these are very powerful shlokas. So what does it say is that now we said that Vikshepa is the ability, means ability to make it one into many, right? And what is that reality? This one reality is, so when we say like one reality is being manifested into many, one reality is what? That is Satchit Ananda Vastu. Okay? So that means it is Brahman. Now, Vastu means actually like in day-to-day life, we call Vastu means object. Now, here, Brahman is not the object, but we call Brahman as Vastu here, because Brahman is of the nature of Satchidananda. And now, what is happening is this Satchidananda Vastu, how is it defined is an interesting way, right? I mean, like how the Srishti is all of that. Okay. This Vastu is Brahman. In this Brahman, the nature of within the Brahman, okay, in the Brahman, the Brahma Rupe, it is said, right? Sushtir Nama Brahma Rupe. Rupe means inside of Brahman. Okay, so that means the projection is not happening somewhere outside, but the projection is happening within Brahman because there's no such thing as outside of Brahman. Okay, Sarva Nama Rupa Prasarana. So the emphasis is on Rupa. Why is Rupa is being emphasized here? Because we are studying Drg Drsya Viveka. Who is the seen, what is seen, and who is the seer. Now, again, I want to bring it to your attention that in the very beginning of the chapter, I think either in the verse number 3 or 4, it is said that even though this text is covering everything with respect to uh, actually in the verse 3, it is said that even though we are covering with respect to Rupa alone, as the Druk and Drishya, seen and seer, this can be applied as from a Shrota also, okay, from the sound and listener, or from taste and taster, from touched versus the feeler, like that, right? So it can be applied to through any of the panchendriyas. Okay, but because the author doesn't want to spend on calling for calling all of these one at a time for each of these shlokas, he's saying that okay, so I have done this work for you with respect to Druk and Drishya. So you can understand this from the point of view of all the five others. Now, because of that, here, whenever the rupa is done, sarva nama rupa prasarana, rupa, when that word is used, it is only because with respect to Drg Drsya Viveka. This rupa can be, so that means what? This rupa can be substituted with rasa. This rupa can be substituted with gandha, shabda, sparsha. All of those can be substituted here. Sarvanama, gandha prasarana with respect to nostrils. Okay, no. Sarvanama, uh, sparsha prasarana with respect to skin, like that. Okay, so don't take this word sarvanama rupa as only just for the form alone. Okay, so that's something that I want to bring attention to. Okay. So now, this Brahman, the nature of Satchidananda, Sarva Nama Rupa Prasarana means spreading the name and form within Brahman. Okay, so this is what it is saying. Srishti Nama, what is this Srishti is? It is within the Brahma Rupa, which is Satchit Ananda Vastu, in that it is spreading the name and form. How? Okay, Abdhau Penadivat. So, Abdhav. So here, this Abdhav Penadivat is an analogy, okay, is an example. How is this name and form are distributed throughout this Brahman, within Brahman, is as if this example. So there are Abdhav Penadivat means Abdha is one, Pena is another. A little bit of tangent here. You may be wondering, hey, how come you're saying pena, why not fena? So, whereas in Hindi, that alphabet is pronounced as fa, in Sanskritam, there is no fa sound. The second pa is only pronounced as pa. Okay, so it is abdo pena divat. Okay, so there's two words here, right? Now coming back, abdha and pena. Abdha means, abdhi means ocean, not abdha, sorry, abdhi and pena. And pena means foam. Foam, not like a foam, in the pillow or in the mattress, but foam in the ocean, as in like, the water, the bubbles, and when the bubbles, the froth and foam, that foam. Okay, so that form. So now what happened is that if you look at ocean manifests as what? Ocean manifests as, of course, water. It also manifests as small waves, large waves, foam, and if you go to extreme north, like as in glaciers, or extreme south also, right, near the poles. So all of them, okay, whether you look at as a foam, froth, I don't know if there's any difference between foam and froth. I just use both words. Okay, water, these glaciers, etc. All of them are within the ocean and they are created by the ocean. Now, what is the variety? They all have different forms. Okay, this is a small wave, that's a big wave, this is a rising wave, that is a what you call like falling wave. Okay, it's a crashed wave. Actually, there's a term called rogue wave also, because I used to work for a company called Rogue Wave in the past. So rogue wave. Rogue wave means it happens occasionally. Apparently, it happens from outside of the ocean to inside of the ocean. Okay, so all these are different forms, because each form is different. Each form is given a name, saying that is wave, bubble, foam, etc. Right? But all these forms and corresponding names are ocean itself. Okay. In the same way, the entire names and forms in this universe are within Brahman. Whether we talk about mountains, whether see rivers, like our thoughts, people, okay, whether it is a time, animals, okay, living beings, non-living beings, trees, okay, and any sentient and insentient, the houses, the states, the cities, everything, okay, all of these are in Brahman alone. There is nothing outside of Brahman. And now if this creation, so how this creation is defined? Creation is names and forms on Brahman. So Srishti is nothing but names and forms on Brahman. So Srishti is, how is the Srishti created? It is created because of Vikshepa Shakti of Maya, right? Creating manifold from one. Okay, that's Sarva Nama Rupa Prasarana. So this is how the uh, uh, creation has been created. Okay. So I want to pause here to check if you have any questions based on what you heard.
I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. So now let us go to the next shloka. So here, what we are doing is that now that Vikshepa Shakti, we understood, right? This Vikshepa Shakti, what all it did, it actually it turned one into many, right? It has turned one into many, and then it has created the entire universe. This entire universe is nothing but names and forms, just like names and forms of different aspects of the ocean in different ways, but they're all one and same with the ocean. They are not different from the ocean. Now, this is, we say that Shakti Dvayam hi Maya. Maya has got two powers, Vikshepa and Avriti Rupakam. So Vikshepa, we understood a little bit. What about Avriti? That is what is being explained in the next shloka. So this shloka, I'll do a breakdown of the words. Antar Drg Drsya Viveka. So Antaha Drg Drsya Viveka. Four words are in there. Antar Drg Drsya Viveka. Bahischa. It has got two words. Bahihi and Cha. Brahma Sargayoho. So Brahma and Sargayoho, again, it can be considered as two words together. Avrunotyapara. So that means Avrunoti apara. Okay. Avrunoti apara becomes Avrunotyapara. Shakti sa samsarasya karanam. This is the, okay. So now please repeat after me. Antardrigdrishyayorbhedam
अन्तर्दृग्दृश्ययोर्भेदम्
बहिश्च ब्रह्मसर्गयोः
बहिश्च ब्रह्मसर्गयोः
आवृणोत्यपरा शक्तिः
आवृणोत्यपरा शक्तिः
सा संसारस्य कारणम्.
सा संसारस्य कारणम्.
So now the reason for that creation is this one. Antaha and Bahi. Antaha means inside, Bahi means outside. Druk, Drishya, Yoho, Bhedam. So there is a Bhedam, there's a difference between Druk and Drishya. The difference starting with, so what is the big difference between Druk and Drishya? Is Druk is Sakshi. From Chidabhasa within me, everything else is Drishya. From within this body. So that means all the Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Hankara, the physical body, everything and anything and everything I see is Drishya. Now, Bahihi means outside. Bahischa, outside, Brahma Sargayoho, meaning there Brahma and Sarga. Sarga means creation, Brahman is of course Brahma. So there is a in the outside world, there is a Brahman and then there is creation. Avrunoti. Avrunoti means veils aparashakti. So this aparashakti, this power is veiling. This means sa. Sa means this. Okay. Samsarasya karanam. This is the reason for samsara. What does that mean? Okay. So today, who am I? Let's understand this first. Right? Who am I? The way I differentiate who am I and what I am not is based upon the end of my skin. End of my skin means at the end of my skin is this watch. So this watch is not me. End of the skin is this shirt. This shirt is not me. At the end of skin is this chair. This chair is not me, like that. That is how I am differentiating. But where exactly is the difference? The difference is between right within me, between the Sakshi and the Chidabhasa. So that difference that is there between the para and apara. Okay, see, like if you go to chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita, what does Bhagavan say? He is both apara Shakti, he is both apara Prakriti and para Prakriti. Para Prakriti is Jiva Bhutam, and apara Prakriti is everything that is made up of Panchamaha Bhutas. He is both. So if at all any difference is there, that difference should be broken into what is para and what is apara. Instead, what I am doing is that I am taking portion of apara and I'm thinking that it is para. Okay, and that because the differentiation between this what is para and apara is veiled by this Shakti, and that is happening inside. So it is antaha and bahihi, right? So inside, this is how it is veiling, this avarana Shakti. Outside, how it is veiling? There is Brahman associated with Maya as Ishvara. With that, the entire Srishti is projected, and we are unable to differentiate between Brahman and the Aparashakti outside. So that difference is also covered. As a result, what happened? This is the reason for our samsara. For example, our ahankara is identifying with my body and Chidabhasa and saying that I am Sakshi for ahankara, right? So I am different. However, my experience is that I am ahankara, right? So I don't know if it came out correctly. Let me repeat that. I am not ahankara, I am Sakshi for ahankara. But today, I feel like I am ahankara. Meaning like whenever I identify, I am feeling that I am ahankara. And ahankara is what is doing that ahankara has got three things, right? Attachments. Remember? One is called as what are the three ahankara, three tadatmya? One is based on the body, along with the body, right? Sahajata, that is called as karmajata adatmyata. One is with
Karma.
chitta, chit, that is called sahajata adatmyata. Okay, with chichaya. Karmaja is with body, and Brantija is with chit directly for the sakshi, right? So now, because of the karmaja based tadatmyata, what I'm saying is that I'm identifying with the body, I'm identifying with chit and chidabhasa, but this I mean ahankara is identifying, and I'm thinking that the ahankara is me, whereas that is not the case. Why is that happening? That is also because of this avarna shakti alone. Okay, so now the Sakshi and Vishaya are two different things, right? One is knower, other is known. But this, the whole, like what we said is that the Anyonya Adhyasa we said, right? Avruti Shakti of this Maya is the reason for that confusion between who I am I and who I am not. So this is due to the explicable power of Maya. And then I ended up identifying with Drishya. Okay, that is the Ahankara, Manas, Deha, etc. So what is happening is that Vikshepa Shakti is samsara. Avana Shakti is the cause of samsara, which has got sukha and dukkha. Vikshepa Shakti has created everything from inside and outside of the body, and Avana Shakti has erased the difference between the seer and what is seen in my body and made me think that I am this BMI, meaning BMI means body, mind, intellect, equipment. Okay. Similarly, Avana Shakti has veiled the difference between the reality and the superimposed outside of this body. So I am forgetting the substratum and I'm focusing only on the superimposed, right? So, and now, see why this is being taught over and over again and again is that whenever I see creation, I forget the substratum that is there in the creation Satchidananda. I don't pay attention to that existence is there. My attention is only there on names and forms. When I see you, I identify you with a particular name and form, and I forget that you are Brahman. So this is a challenge. So that is why within this Brahman, all names and forms are there, right? So in Vedanta, it's an interesting thing is that if I say in English, okay, a blue lotus, and a question is asked, what is the noun and what is the adjective? Blue is adjective and the noun is lotus, right? Now, according to Vedanta, it's not like that, okay? According to Vedanta, it is simple. Blue is also adjective and lotus is also adjective. Adjective for what? Then where is the noun? Okay, so the noun is Brahman is the noun. Okay, and blue and lotus are just name and form in Brahman. So Brahman is the noun and blue and lotus are adjectives for Brahman. Okay, that is how Vedanta deals. Why? Because the world is nothing but Brahman as the substratum. However, I'm not focusing on this aspect because of this Avarana Shakti. So this world is only Nama Rupa Prasarana, which is veiled by Avarana Shakti. Okay. So again, inside of me, we started seeing the Drishya as me, the word Ahankara and Antakarna and Deha. As we are thinking that this combination of Ahankara, like Antakarna and Deha as seer. Outside of me, what we are saying? We are seeing this Jagat instead of seeing Brahman. And see what we are saying is inside we are thinking that this Deha is real, means which is seen. Outside we are seeing Jagat and thinking that the Jagat, which is again seen as real, and we are forgetting the nature of reality of me as Sakshi and unable to see Brahman outside also. So this is the power of Avarana Shakti. Okay. So this Avarana Shakti is interestingly, so essentially what it is doing is that what is real, it is hiding. What is not real, it is making me feel that it is true. Okay? So this way, what is happening is I am Sachidananda Paramatma. Now, it is making me think that I am that inert vastu ahankara. When I think that inert vastu ahankara, what happened? This ahankara, as part of ahankara, we come in sway with our likes and dislikes. And once we have that likes and dislikes, I am ending up doing action because I want to get something that I like and I want to get rid of something I dislike. So then what did I become? I became a karta, meaning doer, or owning the doership. Then what am I doing? I am performing karma. When I perform karma, what happened? Karma phala, the result of the action is taken. When that result of the phala has come, I had to experience it. So that means that I had to become bhokta. Right? Now, once as part of experiencing this being a bhokta, what do I need to do? I had to become again karta. Because I'm experiencing as an experiencer, I am doing something. So as part of that, again, karma, like that, this is how this eternal cycle of transmigration is happening because of Avruti Shakti of Maya. And that is how this Vritti Shakti is Sa Samsara Karanam. So this is the reason or cause for entire samsara. So just why all of this has started because of veiling the difference inside me and difference outside. So this is what it says, the shloka, Drg Drsya Viveka Bahischa Brahma Sargayoho Avrunotya Parashaktihi Sa Samsarasya Karanam. I'll pause here to see if you have any questions. Is it too much or everything is crystal clear?
I understood the gist of the shloka. So the verse I did understand. Yeah.
So then we can go to that. So now we understood the power of both. So far, like from a thought flow perspective, what happened? We understood that Maya has got two powers, right? Then this Maya has two powers. One is Avarana and Vikshepa. Now Vikshepa, okay, which has the power of manifesting many from singularity, is one who has projected entire Brahmanda. And this entire Srishti itself can be defined as within Satchidananda Vastu, there is a prasarana, meaning like a movement or the manifestation or that is going on of Nama and Rupa. So it is like a ebbs and flows of Nama and Rupa. Just like in an ocean, there is different forms like bubbles, waves, foam, froth, etc. Now, then we understood that within me, like as far as Avarana Shakti is concerned, okay, it is covering or veiling the differences between inside me, the difference between Sakshi and
The city.
Karana, Okay, and outside it is veiling the difference between Brahman and creation, Maya. Now, so this inside difference we understood. So now let us understand what is the Drg Drsya Vedam. So like what is the Drg and Drsya Vedam? What is the difference is elaborated in the next shloka. So I'll break down the verse number 16. I'll break down the words in the verse. Sakshinaha Purataha become Sakshinaha Purato Bhatam Lingam Dehena Sanyutam. So these are all like single words, so no issues. Okay. Chitichaya. Okay. Samavesha. Chitichaya Samaveshat Jivaha. So Samaveshat and Jivaha together become Samaveshat Jivaha. Syat Vyavaharika. Okay. Jivaha Syat Vyavaharika. So this is the breakdown. Okay. So Sakshina Purato Bhatam.
Sakshina Purato Bhatam. Bhati. Bhati Lingam.
Okay. So in my text it said Bhatam. So sorry.
Okay. No
Okay.
problem. No
That
problem.
Sakshina Purato Bhati.
Sakshina Purato Bhati.
Lingam Dehena Sanyutam.
Lingam Dehena Samyutam.
Chitichaya Samayaveshat.
Chitichaya Samveshat.
Samaveshat.
Chitichaya Samaveshat.
Jivasya Vyavaharikaha.
Jivasyadvyavaharikaha.
It's a Vyavaharikaha or Vyavaharikaha?
Vyavaharika.
Okay. Yeah, because you said Bhatam versus Bhati is there, right? So that is
Right, yeah. Sometimes and different languages also kind of write it different. No problem. Sorry.
no. It's a good thing. I mean, sometimes what happens is there could be a part of it, or sometimes maybe I have taken from the wrong source or whatever, right? So Sakshinaha Purataha Bhatam Lingaha. So this Linga is talking about Linga Sharira. Okay. Linga Sharira, what is Linga Sharira means? Linga Sharira means
Subtle body.
subtle body. So it is a synonym for the Sukshma Sharira. So this Linga Sharira. So Sakshinaha Purataha Bhatam Lingam. So that Linga Sharira which shines in front of consciousness. So that means that there is a Sakshi and then there's Linga Sharira. So Linga Sharira contains what? All the four, right? Ahankara, Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, which are being called as Antakarana. Ahankara plus Antakarana. So this is shining in front of consciousness as object of Sakshi. So now, Dehena Samyutam. And this Linga Sharira, what it is doing, it is identifying with Deha. Right? So this we already know. This is being identifying with the body. Chit Chaya. Chitik Chaya means reflected consciousness. Samaveshat. And this Linga Sharira, this Ankara portion, which owns the identification portion, identifies with the Deha because of reflection of consciousness. Otherwise, it is inert and it could not identify. Jivaha Syat Vyavaharika. So this is Vyavaharika Jiva. So that means now when the Ahankara is identifying Okay, the jiva or ahankara is identifying with the body. This such a thing is called as vyavaharika jiva. So this is a new term, okay, that we are being exposed to now. So here the author is defining what is vyavaharika jiva. So it is this linga that enables vyavahara. Vyavahara means what? In waking state, whatever you do, waking or dreaming or even deep sleep states, whatever you start doing, all of that is vyavahara, right? Transaction. So this is a transactional jiva. Okay. So when this prarabdha for this body ends, what happens? Karmaja tadatmya ends between ahankara and deha, resulting in this body losing its sentiency, which is basically nothing but death. This linga, then what happens? Of course, this linga sharira, ahankruti and antakarna, takes the faculties of karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, pranas, and they go to the next sharira, right? So, in effect, the entire sukshma sharira, right, which is all the pancha karmendriyas, pancha jnanendriyas, pancha pranas, mana, buddhi, all of that are taken to the next body. Okay. Now, not only that, when we say linga sharira is going, it is not just the linga sharira is going, even the karma sharira is also going to the next body. So that means that our vasanas, papa, punya are also going to the next body along with this linga sharira. So now this linga sharira that way is responsible for death and birth as well. Okay. We already have seen that linga sharira, meaning both antakarna, when it goes to sleep, we goes to sleep. When antakarna is half asleep, we say it is dreaming. So this linga sharira, in that way, if you look at this linga sharira itself is cause for birth and death. It is cause for changes in our waking to sleep, sleep to dream, dream to sleep, whatever. Right? All of those are happening because of this linga sharira. So all of this, right, ends when the prarabdha karma for this body ends. So until then, whatever is there in this body, doing day-to-day transactions of waking, sleeping, dreaming, right, including the transaction of birth and death, that is called as vyavaharika jiva. Now, why is whenever Vedanta defines something so much in detail about anything worldly, it is only meant to negate it a later point. Okay. So now we have defined Vyavaharika Jiva. So that means that this Vyavaha, understand that pretty soon we are going to negate this Vyavaharika Jiva. Okay. So now this definition of Jiva can be, one note is that understood that it can be expanded or contracted depending on the context. Okay. So sometimes the direct meaning is jiva means ahankara plus chitichaya or ahankara plus chidabhasa plus antakarna. This is one. Now, with respect to one's embodiment, jiva is different, right? Jiva with respect to and then jiva, when it is taking a new body, then it is with all those 17 components. 17 components means what? 5
Jnanendriyas.
Karmendriyas, Jnanendriyas, and
Prana.
5 pranas.
And manchit, memory, and ego.
So I only said 17, right? So, okay.
So man includes the memory and intellect. Ego.
So here sometimes like different authors break down in different ways. So when we say 17, that means that within this context of this book, it is Antakarana and Ahankara. Okay. So again, I mean, this is right. So now what we are trying to do is that now I want to pause here and let me spend a couple things. So this is coming into, we are coming into a new thought process where we need to understand there are something called Sattatraya. Sattatraya means there are three levels of Satta. Satta means the Satta means it is a degree of reality. Okay, Satta means degree of reality. So there are three levels of reality. Okay. So now we have just said Vyavaharika Jiva, right? So this Vyavaharika Jiva is there with respect to Vyavaharika Satta. Okay. So that means what are the other two Sattas? One is called as, from a lower to higher level, lowest is called Pratibhasika Satta. Okay. Pratibhasika Satta. Now, in Pratibhasika Satta means the degree of reality is much lower. Okay? You can consider it as dream reality. You can translate it to English as dream reality. Vyavaharika Satta, the second one, you can call it as transactional reality. Then the ultimate reality is called as Paramarthika Satta. So, Paramarthika Satta is at the highest level and Vyavaharika Satta is at mid-level, and at the lowest level is Pratibhasika Satta. Let's take a couple of examples. When I am sleeping, in my sleep, I am dreaming. In this dream, whatever is happening in this dream, when I wake up, all the dream has gone. So while I am dreaming, is that real or not? Whatever I have experienced while I am dreaming, during the dream, everything is real. However, when I wake up, whatever I have experienced is not negated. So Pratibhasika Satta is negated in Vyavaharika Satta. Now, our rishis and realized masters say that this Vyavaharika Satta also can be negated when we wake up to the ultimate reality, which is called as Paramarthika Satta. Okay? So the Jiva who is in dream, me in my dream, who am I? I am Pratibhasika Jiva. Me, when I woke up to transactional reality, I am Vyavaharika Jiva. When a seeker realizes with respect to us, he is still Vyavaharika Jiva only, because we see this person moving, talking, and all of that. But that person, though, he woke up to an ultimate higher reality. So then he is Paramarthika. So then there's actually no such thing as Paramarthika Jiva also, because he becomes Brahman. Okay, so this is what there are three sattas, three levels of realities. Corresponding to level, we have the jivas also. Now, even when we are, so now this is the dream reality is not necessarily only when we are in dream. Okay? Even during when we are awake, when we are in delusion, and when we are seeing things that are not there, that is also Pratibhasika Satta. For example, we use our day-to-day, not a day-to-day, our common example in our Vedanta is rope on a snake, right? So when you look at this rope on a snake example, that snake, as long as I'm seeing that snake, it is pratibhasika satta, because snake is there appearing to me. Okay. But when I put my glasses, or when there is better light is brought in, there is no more snake, it is just a rope. Okay. So that rope now became vyavaharika satta. Okay. Now what happened? This, when you understand that rope is nothing but nama rupa prasarana in Brahman, what happened?
Became a snake.
So you drop the nama and rupa, and then from a paramarthika satta perspective, there is Brahman alone is there. So this is where this is taking us. Okay, this this is how, this shloka is laying foundations for these concepts. Okay, any questions based on what you heard so far?
The only question I have is, usually in other texts, or what I read was the veiling power leads to projection.
Mhm.
Firstly, veiling happen, and that misleads, and the projection.
Mhm.
So here, it's first explained the projection power, and then the veiling power, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was just little.
Yeah. So there's a difference, and we'll yeah. So that difference is there in this. Usually, like the superimposition, the Avruti is first covered, like say for example Vivek Chudamani, etc. All of those, and then this is covered. The sorry, the Avarna is first covered, and then the sorry, Vikshepa is covered. But whereas here the author is, because what is happening is that in this it is Drusya is seen, right? Because Drusya is seen, what is the Drusya? Let me first explain it to you, and then let me tell you why the Drusya is seen. Okay, because of the topic of the text, that's why this has changed a little bit. Okay, does it make sense? So we can start the next shloka, but we only have 4 minutes, so I don't want to start the new shloka now, because we may want to spend a little bit more time on that shloka. So we will actually conclude early today, and we will start. I mean, like, we will meet next week. Is that okay?
Yeah, this I've got to reflect on this particular shloka here
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you explained. I will listen to it again, and then it's very deep. So
Digest it. In fact, a side comment, Venkatji, I know tomorrow there is no meditation session, right?
Yeah.
So since mainly it's Shobhaji and me, my question was, whenever the following week it is, I had to somehow conclude at 8 o'clock because I have some urgent activities after that. So can it be either 15 minutes earlier, or can it be concluded with regular time at 8 o'clock in going forward? So just a thought.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. We will. Yeah. So you let me know what time works, and we can move things around 15 minutes, right? So we can meet even at 7.
I'm open. I have no problem.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah. So as long as we finish at 8 o'clock or before, I'm okay. Yeah.
You are talking about the
Meditation.
classes,
Yeah.
future classes?
No, Wednesday meditation.
Oh,
session.
meditation class. Okay.
So we'll close now. Om. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम